Good evening. I am freshly out of the shower, not a full body shower, just a rinse off, an indulgent 15-minute boiling hot shower. Accessories are a girl's best friend, after all. We are here to answer questions. I asked my Instagram story to ask me in the spring. It's been a lot of months. I hope the questions I have saved are still relevant, but first, we need to chill right out. We just gotta crack up. I'm just really looking forward to cracking up.
I hope I can, totally crack up.
And the best way to crack up is to crack open a fun beverage. Once again, not sponsored. I don't get sponsorships from anyone or anything. However, I am a staunch supporter of a fun drink. And I love poppies, so we're gonna try the festive cranberry fizz. Let's just relax. Let's crack up. It's pretty good. The aftertaste tastes like cranberry. The initial taste just kind of tastes like artificial sweeteners, which, I'm in my artificial sweetener era. I don't mind. Try the orange one. If you want a caffeinated one, try their version of Dr. Pepper. Super yummy. Anyways. Oh, my face is so itchy.
You want to be in the vlog, honey? Did you have a nice big dinner and now you want to say hello?
Yes. I just got the paint to paint my new bedroom. I'm having a really hard time taking down this set, so I just decided that there's no better time than the present to utilize the set and film a little video before it goes away. Here we are, answering questions. What do you gotta say about that? Too stunned to speak. So, let's begin. Okay, question number 1. What does your family think of you becoming a dancer? So I am close with my very immediate family. I'm very close with my mom. I'm very close with my sister. I don't have that big of a family. That's a lie. It's fairly big, but we're all kind of like disjointed. My parents are divorced and have been since I was very young, so I don't really see my dad or my dad's side of the family. And yeah, before you ask, I absolutely am a stripper with reformed daddy issues. It's not that deep. He's just a guy and I share his genes and I wish him well and I wish him love. So I don't really see my dad or my dad's side of the family. I grew up more with my mom's side of the family since she raised me and my sister. I just am not very close with a ton of family members. You can chalk that up to differences in upbringings and lifestyles. We're just different people. And that's okay. But the family members that I am close to know that I am a dancer and either support it or have nothing to say about it. And I don't think it's that shocking that I became a dancer. If anybody was going to embark on the wrong path, it was going to be me. I don't know. I'm iconic. I can handle it. I don't know what to tell you. My mom is my #1 supporter. She has seen me perform. She makes me outfits to dance in. She's a very, very accepting, sweet woman, no matter what I decide to do. And she always tries her best to understand where I am coming from. And my sister, my older sister, she's awesome. She supports what I do. Yeah, the family members that matter most to me know what I do and support what I do. So I'm very blessed in that sense. Not everybody has the family freedom to loudly be themselves. I just happen to be detached enough that I don't care what any family member would have to think or say about me. So my family's cool with it in a short form. Question number 2. I have always been curious about stripping, but I'm afraid of the judgment that comes with it. Do you experience a lot of judgment because of your choice to dance? Interesting question. I feel like I live in my own little Iris Opal bubble full of support and love and happiness. And I don't know what my cat's looking at right now. It's kind of freaking me out. What are you looking at, bud? Just hyper-fixating on a corner of the room. Hey, that's nothing to worry about, I'm sure. Yeah, I feel very happily isolated in my own little supportive bubble. The only times I really experience any sort of judgment is when it comes to taxes and applying for things, applying for apartments, houses. It can be really hard to disclose your income while also disclosing what you do. And even if like you have a squeaky clean record, a lot of people will just choose to not do business with you or rent to you, etc., because of the stigma that still very much surrounds my line of work. There are aspects of your life that you have to hide to get ahead. In terms of my social circles and personal relationships, no. I don't receive any sort of judgment. If anything, I would say becoming a dancer only made my relationships stronger, better, and it only raised my standards of time spent and relationships with people, because the job itself is so hard and mentally and socially taxing that I just can't afford to be around people that drain me or make me feel even slightly not myself. All in all, I feel very blessed. I've had a very lucky go in terms of being a good candidate to be in this line of work. That is obviously going to vary person to person. I think I am the right person with the right people around me, the right support around me. I have the right help. I've been very lucky to have people in my life who are able to help me get ahead in the ways that there are still prejudices around what I do. Is this job something you'd recommend to others? Short answer, no. It would take a very, very, very specific person, and I would have to know a lot of intricacies about their life, their trauma. I would have to know someone very deeply to honestly be able to recommend this line of work, because the truth of it, you will 100% be traumatized at some point by something you experience. You see people making fat stacks because it's essentially danger pay, and you may ask yourself, why would you subject yourself to that? Why does anyone subject themselves to anything? Why do people go work in coal mines? Why do people work on oil rigs when there is such a great risk for danger? Why do people become correctional officers when they might be harmed? It's just a job at the end of the day, but I think there are specific types of people with specific personalities that are well suited for certain industries. So I cannot confidently recommend it to anyone. That is a choice someone would have to assess on their own accord. I only talk about it and advocate for it to just show what it's like to be in the field and also raise awareness and hopefully add to the education of it all, as opposed to strengthening the stigma around it, because we're all just little guys out there doing our best, trying to get ahead in the ways that we know how and are capable of. Do you ever feel insecure about yourself? You mention imposter syndrome a lot in your posts. I'm curious if you feel down on yourself, because you seem like a very confident person. I'm sorry for worrying you. When I posted that Ask Me a Question story, I was definitely in my Joker era. I am only now just coming out of a 10-month-long Joker era. I had no idea where the fuck I was at, what I was doing, who I was. I was not feeling good. I was definitely feeling an insane amount of imposter syndrome. I will probably continue to feel imposter syndrome the rest of my life as long as I am creating. But I am currently in my fuck you, I'm ready to be powerful and weird and expressive and glorious phase, but I could only get to this phase by being insecure and unsure and contemplative and question everything. I have simultaneously nothing to lose and everything to lose. I just move through all emotions by creating and trying to focus on whatever it is I'm trying to accomplish next. So yes, confident and also not confident sometimes. Where do you find inspiration for your outfits and costumes? Everywhere. I pull a lot of inspiration from comedy and my sense of humor. I'm a theater kid to my core. So I got addicted to watching people's reactions to things from an early age. I wanted to entertain from an early age. I wanted to stun. I wanted to shock. I wanted to awe. Unfortunately, this has caused some problems in my life, but it's also paved every career pathway I have. On a deeper level, I actually have a lot of dreams about costumes and ideas and little puns and theatrics to go with them. My brain is a 24-hour hamster wheel, the reason for my insomnia. Littler known fact about me, I am a very spiritual person, and I don't even like to use the word spiritual because the fake spiritualists ruined it for everybody. People who cling to it as their number one identifier have made it cringe for those of us who don't. Yeah, I am throwing shade right now. The place that I go looks a lot like the things that I bring to life in this reality. I am a very intuitive, connected person, and I pull a lot of my inspiration from the ether of wherever it is that I have a foot there and a foot here. What you are seeing in the way I dress and in the sets and all of the various creations are a byproduct of going to that place. Are you a cat or a dog person? We need a nice simple question after these heaters. I love both cats and dogs. I've only ever lived with cats. I love cats for that reason. I just understand them. And what they got going on just bodes best with my lifestyle. They are low maintenance, yet so complex. They require so much. And they teach you a lot about boundaries and patience and living with a terrorist. I was scared of dogs growing up because I just had really bad experiences with them as a kid. We had a big border collie on the farm that I initially grew up on. Her name was Bessie, and she scared me because she was meant for herding sheep. I lived on a sheep farm, and so I'm this big. Wait. This is Whatsy, by the way. What? Hey, whoa. And Whatsy honestly kind of looks like Jeff Daniels a little bit. And Whatsy is missing a wing, but I do not discriminate. I appreciate all fairies. 1 wing, 2 wing, red wing, blue wing. Anyways, I was this big. And Bessie was always trying to jump on me. She was trying to herd me like I was a sheep. And so, I'm terrified of this giant thing barking at me and knocking me down. So I wanted nothing to do with Bessie. Until one day, my empathy just kicked in at the ripe age of 4. And I thought, today's going to be a changing day in my life.
Let's do it.
I am going to give Bessie all the love I have because we don't know how long Bessie has and I should just give her a chance. So I go outside to play. I am giving Bessie hugs. I'm playing with her. I'm petting her. And I'm like, really did the Lord's work today. Really feeling good about turning over this new leaf in mine and Bessie's book. And then I go inside and I ask my sister to scratch my back for me. And she starts scratching my back and she goes, she has bugs! There's bugs all over! Bessie gave me fleas. I was infested with fleas, and it took my mom 2 days to pick all of the fleas out of my hair and my body. It was bad, not gonna lie. I always thought dogs were cute, but I was kind of scared of them. In the last decade, I've definitely warmed up to dogs. And if I could have a dog, my dream dog would be a Pomeranian or 6. I gotta make a shout out right now. The cutest dog I have ever met in my life is a dog named Lux. I'm gonna insert Lux's Instagram page because this is the cutest little angel I've ever met in my life. There's not a day that goes by that I don't think about sweet baby face Lux. So dream dog right there, or a teacup poodle because they're so smart and so tiny. And I saw a woman walking one in Vancouver the last time I was there, and this little poodle was so tiny and walking so fast. Its little legs were like that. It literally looked like it was levitating. It was walking so fast and its legs were so tiny, and I just need to know what that's like to have in your life 24/7. So one day I will have a really cute tiny dog. But now, you know, I gotta honor the old ball and chain. I've had him for nearly 9 years, and he is my best buddy, and I love him so much. And it keeps me up at night thinking about the day where I don't have a little shadow constantly following me and sleeping with me and starting and ending the day with smashing his face into mine with vigorous purrs and cuddles. Just love my little terrorist so much. Okay, I don't think I can answer all of these. We'll do another one at some point. This one's funny. Are you queer? Not a day goes by that I don't shake my fist at God for not making me more gay. I wish I was more gay. That being said, I'm pretty gay. I'm queer light. Sexuality really is a spectrum, isn't it? I'm really only attracted to a very specific type of woman. And for me, it has very little to do with looks and more to do with vibes. Every now and then, I meet a woman that reminds me I am gay. Yeah, I'm pretty gay. Next question. What astrological signs do you play best with? My number one's Virgo. Virgo. I love you cunts. You guys are so ridiculously intelligent and spiteful and sharp. And God, you're so entertaining. Nothing gets me fired up like having a bitch sesh with a Virgo I love. A grand majority of my romantic partners have been Virgos. Unintentionally, I just feel very satiated mentally with a Virgo. They're edgelords, and I feel like they are a perpetually misunderstood, hot and heavy sign. And I love them and I understand them. In terms of friendships, I can kind of get down with everyone. I would say the signs that I tend to have to dig harder. It's not that I don't understand them. I feel like they have a hard time understanding me. Scorpios and Tauruses usually have to come around to the idea of my Aquarian pizzazz. Oh my God, this one's so good. What is your favorite sound effect? Others, take notes. These are the kinds of questions I really want to answer. I am a sun, moon. Of course, I am a rising. We're gonna do one more and then I think it's about time we wrap this up. Tattoo tour. You know what? That's easy. I don't have that many tattoos. We can do that. Easy peasy. Does require me to get a little naked though. Okay. Party foul. It's fantastic. Life in Plastic, it's fantastic. Barbie reference. The dripping eyeball with wings, that I don't even need to explain that. These are my favorite tattoos. I got this pineapple when I was 19 years old, and everyone thinks I'm a fucking swinger. I'm not a swinger. Do not invite me to your swinging events. Do not proposition me. I got a pineapple tattoo when the sanctity of a pineapple meant something, you know? It was sacred then. And y'all bastardized it with your sinning ways. I got the pineapple tattoo because I made a pineapple outfit super last minute to one of the first raves I ever attended, and I just kind of whipped this costume out of my ass. Everybody at this festival just kept calling me Pineapple Girl, and for the rest of the weekend referred to me when they saw me as Pineapple Girl, and it kind of just stuck. And then after that, everybody started gifting me pineapple things and sending me pineapple things, and I just leaned into it. And my hair was short and blonde at the time, and I always pinned it up and it would stick up all crazy and eccentric, and I kind of just looked like a pineapple. So I just like was Pineapple Girl when I was 18, and that's why I got it. Oh, my hand tattoos, these are my favorite. They're very well done. I need to get them retouched. Fun fact, if you don't like your hands, get them tattooed and get acrylic nails, and suddenly you want to use your hands all the time. They're magic. They're little magic wands now, and I love them. I have little baby hands. I have short and stubby little hands. I always have, and now they're beautiful and magical, and I love them. Okay, this one. This, what the fuck is this? Your guess? As good as mine. It's supposed to be some basic ass Pinterest white girl birds. It was the first tattoo I ever got. I was 16. Who let me get that? I don't know. But there was only one tattoo shop in the very, very small city that I grew up in. And later came to find out that the guy giving me my tattoo had Parkinson's disease, which, no hate, no shade, but that's a crazy combination. He dug too deep in. Knowing what I know about tattoos now, there was like immediate scar tissue. Like, I instantly hated this tattoo. I passed out as I was getting it done, and apparently I was like, ow! Whatsy? Apparently I was like leaning my head back, making like donkey noises in the shop. And then when I came to, he was like, okay, well, I'm gonna finish this. And I looked at it and I was like, no, it's good. We'll just stop right there. Half done tattoo. Honestly, probably would have looked better because it blew out almost immediately. Like, it was a shitty tattoo from the start, very poorly done. There's these little things in between the birds that look like piranhas or islands or script. Everyone guesses something different. No one knows what the fuck it is. That's supposed to be hearts. They're just big blobs. Maybe one day I'll get this covered up. I used to hate it. Now I just think it's funny and it's kind of a conversation starter. But yeah, it was bad from the get-go. Don't get tattoos when you're 16. They will be bad. They will. I gotta get on my little chair for this. Okay, we got the "You're doing amazing, sweetie." Shout out one of my besties for life, Victoria. Her and I always used to say this to each other, and it was the catchphrase for a very messy and hilarious and fun era of our lives. And so I got that for her as a Christmas present to honor and commemorate our friendship. And then I have little stars like that on both of my buttocks. I got this teeny tiny hand poked shark. My ex stick and poke this for me, and I honestly love him, and his name is Hank the ankle biter. I have a rectangle on my other foot, and I gave that to myself when I was in grade 12 because I was very much in my angsty post-eating disorder, Tumblr girl, the neighborhood 1975 Lord era, and I just wanted to see if I could give myself a tattoo, and I did. And I rolled into English class the next day like yeah, my ankle's infected. Do you want to know why? I loved the 1975. I still love the 1975, and so I wanted to do their rectangle logo just to see if I could, and I did. I think that's kind of it. Everyone always asks me, when am I getting tattooed? When am I getting tattooed? Especially because Nathan is a tattoo artist. And to that I answer, what's the rush? I'm not dating him for tattoos. I'm dating him for money. No, but I would love more tattoos, but I'm in no rush. And I actually consider myself careful when it comes to my bodily real estate now with tattoos. And no, that doesn't make me better than you at all. So, team, thanks for coming with me on this journey. Thanks for spending a few more moments with me in this set before she goes away. Sometimes they say things on the bottom of them. This one doesn't say anything. Mystery name. We gotta name her. That one's named Whatsy. She's giving Petunia. Thanks for tuning in. I look forward to the next time I get to yap on camera for you. Okay, love you. Bye.